Hi, I'm Urban Eve. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you are new to my channel, thank you for watching. And if you are a subscriber already, thank you for coming back. In this video, I'm going to do a full face of makeup using only Black owned beauty brands. The only two items I have used which are not owned by Black beauty brands are the brow pencil and my eyeliner. Those are both by Anastasia Beverly Hills. If anyone has suggestions on a great brow pencil or eyeliner that I can use which is owned by a Black beauty brand, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to try it. Those are two things I'm very picky about, but I'm totally open if there is anything else out there that I can use that is also owned by a Black beauty brand. Other than that, everything that I have used on my face today is by a Black owned beauty brand. And if you want to find out how I achieved this lovely look, keep watching. So I'm gonna start very differently than I have been. Usually I start with my brows and then I go to the eye look. I'm gonna go back to doing what I used to do before when I first started my channel, and I'm gonna start with foundation. So for foundation, I'm gonna use the Beauty Bakerie Insta Bake Aqua Glass Foundation. My shade is the shade 319N, and I'm going to use a Dose of Colors blending sponge to blend that out on my face. Okay, so now I'm gonna go off camera, do my brows, come back on, and we will continue with the eye look. Okay, so now that my brows are done, I am going to use an angled brow brush. This one is from ColourPop, to clean up and just sort of carve out and define my brows more. For that, I'm gonna use my concealer by Juvia's Place. I believe it's the I Am Magic concealer. I have the shade 12. I love this concealer, by the way. I actually have two of these and they're pretty much run out, but I like to use every little bit of product that I can. So I just take my brush and go in here, and there's plenty left to clean up my brows. So I am using these two bottles of 12 concealer until the wheels fall off. During the last sale that Juvia's Place had on their website, I picked up a couple of things. I picked up another foundation in a lighter color. The one I use is Kampala. I picked up Somalia, and I also picked up a lighter shade of the concealer in 14. It's actually a bit cool for my liking, but I can definitely use it to set my eyelids for the eye look. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put 2 dabs on each eye. This goes a really long way, so only a little bit is needed. It's one of the things I really love about this concealer. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and set the Juvia's Place concealer on my lids with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Setting Powder in Banana. Okay, so now that my eyelids are set, I'm gonna do a very simple eyeshadow look. using Pat McGrath's Golden Opulence palette. That's this one, which I gifted to myself for my birthday last month. Thank you, me. So I'm gonna take my Sigma tapered blending brush, that's this one, and I am going to take this color right here, Tranquility, and just blend it out in my crease for transition. I never did a review of this palette. I realize I have not been doing a lot of makeup reviews lately because I haven't been excited about anything. But this eyeshadow palette, as you may expect, is perfection. It's wonderful. It's Pat McGrath. I feel like her eyeshadow palettes are some of the best things about her line of makeup. So this is no exception. So there's really only two matte colors in this palette. This transition shade, Tranquility, and this, which I believe is called Prosperity. So I'm just gonna go right into Prosperity lightly with a narrower blending brush. Just tap it out here on the outer third of my eye and start blending it. Just right here. I'm gonna bring it over a little bit in my lower crease, but mostly concentrated over here. Okay. So I'm gonna go to the inner third part of my eye with Moon Phase. That's this color right here, and I'm going to use my finger actually to pop it on. I really love using my finger to apply a lot of Pat McGrath shadows. I feel like they're formulated to be used this way in addition to with a brush, and I just really like the way that it lays down when I use my finger. Like, it's so nicely pigmented and pretty. And it's good with a brush too, but hers are probably my favorite eyeshadows to go in with using my finger alone. Yes. Oh, I love that color. Oh, I love that color. So now I'm gonna take a little bit of this, the Lotus Luxe, and put that somewhere over here, sort of towards the middle, where it starts to get darker with Prosperity. And I'm gonna use my Morphe M170 brush for that. Oh, that's lovely. It's just a really nice way to kind of hide that transition between the darker color to Moon Phase. And this is really a lovely sort of like in between shimmery color. So I decided I'm just gonna take a little bit more of the Prosperity, the darker color, and just go in here and darken it up a little bit. So I didn't want to lose that. And just bring it up a little bit in the lower third part of the crease, just a little bit. So now I'm gonna move on to concealer, and I'm gonna try to scrape whatever is left of the number 12 shade of the Juvia's Place concealer under my eye and use just a tiny bit of the number 14 as well. So let's see what we can get out here. I might have to get my other bottle, hold on. Okay, so I brought my second bottle of 12. Let's see what's in that. Oh, that'll work. That'll work just fine. Okay, so I'm just gonna take the blender and blend that out before I put on the lighter color. So the reason I got the 14 shade in the Juvia's Place concealers because I thought I wanted something to brighten up under my eyes a little bit more than this does. I mean, this is perfect. And it turns out the 14 is a bit too much of a cool undertone, but if I use just a little bit, it's not so bad. Okay, so let's go in with the number 14. I'm just gonna do 1, 2 dots. Yeah, you can see that, and that was hardly anything. Wow. I might have to just stick to using that on my lids because I do like that it's lighter or brighter, but the neutral undertone, the cool undertone, not neutral, the cool undertone, not really my favorite. So to set the concealer, I'm going to be using the Mented Skin Silk Setting Powder, and this is in the color Light Tan. Yes, this is a very light, very pale color, but it does not leave a cast. It almost acts as a translucent powder, so I'm just gonna take that. And this is the stippling brush that Mented sent me that goes along with it. Really nice brush, by the way. See? Nothing. Oop. For contour, I'm going to use the foundation stick by Juvia's Place in Namibia. And I'm going to blend that out with my Mented foundation brush. So for bronzer, I'm going to be using the Mented collaboration with Ashley Blaine Featherson. This is called Season 1. It's a highlighter and bronzer duo. And for blush, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Blush in Cool Berry. I'm trying to figure out if I want to use this highlighter or the Tribe Highlighter Volume 2 by Juvia's Place, which is this one. Let's try this one out. Let's try this one. So I'm gonna take my fan brush. This is from Royal Langnickel, their Moda Pro collection. Let's see what this does. Okay, that's not doing a whole lot, but that's perfectly fine. I like it. So to finish off the eye look, I wanted to use one more color from the Pat McGrath Golden Opulence palette. That is this color right here. I just wanted to place it into my inner corner of my eye for a pop of color. The shade is called Gold Fortune. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of that. So I'm back with my liner on, and for mascara, I'm gonna use Fenty Beauty's Full Frontal in 'Cause I'm Black mascara. I'm gonna go back into the Golden Opulence palette and use a little bit of this shade right here to just highlight my brow bone a little. Okay, and finally for lips, I'm going to be using this Mented lip liner in Foxy. And now for lip gloss, I'm going to be using Peach Perversion by Pat McGrath Labs. That's this right here. I had hoped that this was going to be a little bit more peach and less pinkish, but you know, it is what it is. So this is my completed look using mainly Black-owned beauty brands with the exception of the brow pencil and eyeliner. I think it came out fabulously. I, of course, have been inspired by a lot of the Black and brown beauty YouTubers, makeup artists, professionals, and women who just love makeup like I do to do this video. I've been wanting to do it for a long time, actually, before the I don't know, 50,000th civil unrest that we're experiencing in this pandemic right now. I've wanted to do this video, but it's just taken me a while to do something that I am really proud of. In my mind, it's not always just about the quality of the product and the amazing color story or their, you know, background and how well established they are. It's also about, does this person care about what I care about? Do we have the same values? You know, do we both care about Black lives? You know, it's become more so now because of the tragic things that have happened recently. But even before then, you know, like for instance, I've been thinking about getting the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer because it's gotten stellar reviews from women of color. And from the moment I started watching YouTube, all I watch is women of color. All I watch is Black women put on makeup, because they are the ones whose range of skin tones I need to reference for my educated consuming experience of makeup. And we put dollars in their pockets. Like, we go so hard for these companies. And so I always have to think before I buy outside of a Black owned beauty brand. I always have to wonder, like, what are the odds that this person is a raging racist and doesn't even know it? You know, that's what it's like being Black in America. A Black woman loves makeup, and it is always political. It can never not be political. And I'm not perfect. I'm not getting up on a perfect soapbox. I've definitely bought controversial, unpopular things like the Manny MUA palette. I tossed that thing immediately after that whole controversy went down, because it just was not worth it. It's not worth it to me. So that is basically my 2 cents about supporting Black owned businesses, Black owned beauty brands in this particular case. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that it is inspiring to you. I hope maybe you learned about some new Black owned brands that you didn't know about before. And I hope that you will teach me about some as well, because I would love to learn more. I just found out about a skincare company called Base Butter that is Black owned, which I never knew about, which I found out from the Klarna app. And so I am definitely excited about getting some product from them. And then there is a skincare company called Asutra, which Venus Williams is the co-owner of, because I just watched her skincare routine video yesterday. I love skincare regimen videos so much, and I love Venus Williams so much. And I didn't know that she was co-owner of this skincare company called Asutra, of all things. I love that name, Asutra. I have to find out what that means. But anyway, I am rambling on. This is it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, please remember to show your likes. If you like this video, click on the thumbs up button. And as always, if you enjoy content like this from me, please feel free to subscribe by clicking on the subscribe button. And always remember to click on the alert bell as well, so that you get notified whenever I drop a video on my channel. And until I see you in my next video, I hope you're staying safe, protecting your magic, and keeping well. I'll see you soon. Bye.